You're watching Cheery TV.
There you guys are. Come on, give me some slack, you know? Thank you. Thank you, everybody. Let's settle down. Let's settle it down, everybody. Howdy, everybody, and welcome back to the Tate and I Talk Show. It's a good day to be back. It is absolutely a fantastic time. And I'm going to keep drinking this delicious water. Brought to you by water, everybody. Everyone loves a little bit of water, huh? You better, because it'll kill you if you don't. Today, we are here for a fantastic episode of the Tate and I Talk Show. Let me go a little lower, just to make me feel a little taller. You know, I'm not like 6 foot, but like I'm like taller than this. I mean, come on, look at this. Look at me. I look embarrassing. I look silly and stupid. We'll go here. This feels fine. Everybody, it is football time, as the title suggests. I don't know why I can't have beverages because I just want them. I want them in my mouth 24/7. I'm gonna put it inside everyone's favorite mug. There we go. This is pretty good. This is pretty good. It's pretty nice. All right, looks good. It's football time, everybody. So we've stumbled around enough to get to the actual meat of the course today, because in 2 days from now, the Retro Bowl will be taking place. Yeah, I know everyone's really excited for that one. And Java, thank you so much for that. I mean, you're right in the middle of the applause, Java. Thanks, I appreciate it. But yeah, in 2 days. Oh my, what face! This thing's been freezing on me like crazy lately. So sorry if it happens a lot today. It's just kind of the if, ands, or buts of the situation here. 2 days from now is the. Come on, just laugh. Come on. Today's a weird day. 2 days from now is going to be the Retro Bowl. Everything is everything. Everyone is going to be there. It's going to be a wild time, and I'm excited for it. I as of today, I have no idea how it goes, which shouldn't surprise many of you. Yeah, thank you for that. But yeah. It's a festive time to be alive, but obviously everyone, before BRB, which is before Retro Bowl, would remember that there's a thing called the Super Bowl that used to take place before the Retro Bowl came around, and it's a pretty tough crowd out there. They had a lot of crazy people, a lot of crazy stuff going on. The commercials were always one of the funnest parts of the season. Let's be real. You get the Puppy Monkey Baby, which I loved. Puppy Monkey Baby, and there's nothing wrong with it. I genuinely it's one of the more memorable commercials, at least for my time. And it was just really nice. It was just a fun, easy little thing that I think, personally, we should have gotten more Puppy Monkey Baby. Let's be serious here. Like, imagine, like, not just Mountain Dew, or maybe not Puppy Monkey Baby, but like other things. Like Kitty Squirrel Mama. Like it's just, you go into the room, get your Bounty paper towels, and Kitty Squirrel Mama comes out like, yeah. I wet my ass. Oh, yeah, it's good. I feel like that could work. I feel like that would be a pretty. But unfortunately, people seem to hate that commercial to the point where they never thought about it again. And hope to goodness that probably everyone else forgot about it, but we don't. All right, we don't forget. Which is pretty good. Pretty good to not forget stuff, like an elephant or a goldfish. Goldfish, actually. Fun fact of the day. Can we get to the first segue? Wrong button. There we go. Yeah, but fun fact, everybody. This is fun fact. This isn't a segue. This isn't going to be a topic. I swear, this isn't going to be a segment, actually. But yeah, goldfish have much better memory. I think it's like weeks or something instead of just minutes or whatever. So hey, good for the goldfish, and you are stupider than it. So good on you, goldfish. Give a round of applause to goldfish. You know what? 3 cheers for goldfish. Thank you, everybody. Thank you. All right, I get rid of that. Yeah. What the hell are we talking? See, this is what I mean about the goldfish thing, man. I don't remember what we're talking about. I don't know. I'm just gonna talk about the Super Bowl because that's a thing that happened in the before times, right? Everyone remembers the Super Bowl. I mean, Puggy Baby. There we go. Forget about it. There we go. We got there, everybody. We got there. Oh my god, this is a train wreck. I'm not tired, but I'm tired. I'm pretty fucking tired. Let's be real. It's 12:21 a.m. as all late night TV shows start to air. We are here doing our thing. Let's just talk about the Super Bowl because I have a few memories of the Super Bowl. None of them were super bowly, like, oh, I went to dead page there. None of them were super bowly. No, were super important, like most of the memories I have were either the commercials of the one year where I was with my cousin and I think Shakira performed and they were having a wild time watching that. They love that. They love that. Other than that, some of this, I don't remember much of the halftime shows. I gotta be honest. Like, people always hyped them up. The only one I remember the most was when they kept teasing that they would do, like, the freaking from SpongeBob, and then they just didn't do it. They went into, like, sicko mode instead, which has to be the dumbest decision that anyone could have ever made for the NFL. But hey, it is what it is. They already hired the guy to do sicko mode, probably, so they didn't even think twice. They're like, oh yeah, fuck, we'll incorporate, we'll lead it into sicko mode, but it won't actually matter. It won't actually do anything with it. Why would we? So hopefully they do something with that. There's really no good time to do it now, though. It's kind of already over. It's not, I feel like now would just be pandering, or people would be like, oh, way to bring up the fact that he's dead, dickhead. We're trying to enjoy this game. This guy died like 6 years ago. Like, come on. So it would be messed up. It would be very messed up. So I'm not exactly on board with that one. But, I mean, I can't remember. That's the only halftime show I remember. I remember watching the Katy Perry one with the shark, and everyone went crazy because they danced wrong. I didn't notice that. I was like, I don't know how old I was, but you're not paying attention to the shark. You're paying attention to the shark. There's like 30 other things going on. Katy Perry freaking was zooming in the sky. I watched it later on. That's the only reason I remember it. But I don't remember half of that stuff happening. So the Super Bowl stuff, well, the halftime stuff was never all what I was there for. It's mainly because my family wanted to watch it, and how I would choose the team I liked to root for was solely based off of the color of the team. That's it. And I feel like for a lot of you out there, you agree. At least I hope you'd agree, because I feel like that's a pretty concise and like very normal way to go about it. Because it's just like, if you don't care about football, okay, well, that team, I guess you would pick your like state's team and then you'd go color. But I mean, when we were there, man, it was like there was never. No. The first Super Bowl. Sorry, my mind slipped there. The first Super Bowl I remember actually watching was the Patriots and the Giants. So New York was there. Let's go. They'll never be good again. Yeah, we love that for them. But yeah, other than that, it's like, who the hell cares? I mean, my mom liked Tom Brady, which I know, get the booze out, but he's gone now. Dun, 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 dun. It's a good day. It's a good day that Tom Brady's gone now. What are these freezes, man? It's been not even 9 minutes since I recorded. This is a shame. But yeah, and because they're based off of color, because that's just how I base the teams I like. So, I like the Vikings. I like the Green Bay Packers because they're green, and also I eventually started liking Aaron Rodgers, which is not the smartest decision apparently. But yeah, it's just a lot, there's a few teams that I can remember. Not a whole lot. I never knew the Bears had that logo, like the Chicago Bears. First, I thought they were a baseball team, first of all. And then I didn't realize, I thought it was just the C. I thought it was just the big C, the blue and orange C. I didn't know there was a giant freaking bear until recently, where I thought they changed it like Washington did. So we're going to decide definitively right here and right now the best team to root for for at least the next season, I guess. This season's kind of already over. You got two options in the Super Bowl anyway. The Retro Bowl, there's also only two options, but they're two completely different options, and two that I like a lot more than the ones that are in right now. Amen. I didn't do that right. Let's get to the segue here, all right? All right, everybody, welcome to the Iconic Showdown. As I guess I should have today we're going to the Iconic Showdown, everybody. Yay, Iconic Showdown. This is where we rank the best thing based on how they're mainly anyway, how they look based off their icon. You know, how iconic, how much does that give based on solely looking at it? You know, we don't think about who is on the team. We don't think about Tom Brady here. We think Patriot or Bengals. Like, it's based off the logo. We're going based off logo. It's going to be awesome and fun. Who's with me? Fuck you. All right, let's get started, everybody. So, first up, we do have some heavy hitters, and obviously we're going for everybody. I think this is, I think it's A and NFC, but I don't really know if I'm being honest. So let's just get started. Let's see who's here. Where are the Bears? Where are the Bears? Where are the Bears? Are the Bears actually not? Oh, here. Yeah, they have the C for them. I'm not gonna pull up the bear. Just look at the bear. It's terrifying. It's awesome. So let's get started with. I should probably zoom in, but I don't really feel like it. So we could zoom in a little more. But then it's really kind of out of where I.
Were the pregnancy fetish that was
What?
the
Thank you. What the hell happened? Where did it go? It literally ate the thing. All right, technical difficulty, everyone. Just give me 1 second, everybody. Okay, I've decided we will not be moving anything. Everything is going to stay exactly where it is, and we're never going to think about it ever anymore. Thanks, Opera. Alright, so first of all, we have the Patriots going against the Bengals. And listen, the Patriots, great logo. Overall, I think these are all fantastic logos. I think there's some that could use some work, but we'll get to them. But for now, anyway, thank you, Bracket Fights, by the way. I don't mean to be blocking them, but I also kind of mean to be blocking them, so, you know, it is what it is. Why do I feel like I'm too... There. Okay, I'm so off. What's that? Okay, this will work. I'll just scrunch into here. So, here we are. We got the Patriots, and we got the Bengals. The Patriots, great logo. I love, it's a very iconic logo. The Bengals, too. I gotta be honest, if I was a child, like I am right now in my mind, thinking about this, which one I would think I like the Bengals more. I think generally, I guess I should drum roll it. The Bengals, everybody, let's go. I think the Bengals do beat it, solely because the tiger look is very cool, very awesome. I'm very on board with that, and I don't think there's anything that the Patriots could do. If you put a man and a tiger in a room and said, "Duke it out," the Tiger's gonna win, everybody. The Tiger's gonna win. So we gotta give it to the Bengals. And also, I like that the tiger stripes go into the B. I think it's a really creative way of making like the Bengal tiger thing work. I like it. Next up, we have Kansas City Chiefs versus the Falcons. Now, let me say this. I never remember that Kansas City Chiefs existing until these last couple years. And I'm sure a lot of you are very similar. And if you're not, you probably actually watch football, in which case, good for you. Genuinely good for you. I wish I did more, but I don't. Between these two, I think there's a coordination. What is that? Oh, that's a hair. Okay, I thought I broke something. I think that there is just a liking in my brain for certain things, and that certain thing is animals. So we're gonna give it to the Falcons here, but also because, I mean, listen, it's just Kansas City Chiefs. It's just an arrowhead. Like, they're just referencing these guys over here, you know? But, like, they're doing it in a way that they're able to keep the logo, whereas they are not even the Redskins anymore. Which I think is a shame. I personally think it's a shame, but what are you going to do? You know, it is what it is. Next up, we have the Chicago Bears and the Los Angeles Rams. We love the Los Angeles Rams. I mean, this is their old logo, too. These are all kind of older logos. I don't know when this came into existing. It doesn't say. But it's here and it's awesome. So we're going off of these. The C is can we just move on, y'all? Can we move on? It's the damn Ram. I mean, like, how is it not? Like, even if you take the animal argument that I'm using aside, there is no way in heck just the letter C, unless you're Cookie Monster or Elmo, that it's gonna beat it. Because let's be serious here. Like, it's just a C. I know if this is just a B and this is just an F, but at least they look like something. That's just a C. And again, it makes me think of baseball, which is it's not what the sport is, so they're disqualified automatically. Next up, we have the New York Giants versus the Indianapolis Colts. Now, the first one without an animal, so it's going to be very difficult to pick for me. But, I mean, NY, it's like fine. It looks like a sneaker more than it looks like a bag of football brand there. It could be. It's all right. Like, it's fine. The Colts, just a horseshoe. I get it. Like, Colt horse, and also like it's like a lucky thing. You know, lucky horseshoe. You want to win. I like it. I think it's good. And you know what? Drum roll, please, everybody. I think I'm gonna actually have to give it to the Colts here. I think they deserve it. They're doing pretty good. They're looking good out there. Yeah, the Colts. I mean, it's nice. It's a symbol, you know. It's not just words. If you have to use words, it's like a state flag, you know. If you have the state flag, or any flag for that matter, if you have to put the words of your like state or country or whatever on it, you're doing something wrong. I personally believe that, and I think it's very true. Look at California. It's got the bear. Bear's great. Why you gotta put words on it? I don't understand. It doesn't make sense. So yeah, I think that's a little stupid. So the Giants kind of again like the Bears. Oh, I disqualified in my brain. But now we have an issue here because there are two letters here, and it's the Green Bay Packers versus the Tennessee Titans. Which I think are still Tennessee Titans. I could be very wrong. Honestly, I knew they're from Tennessee. I wouldn't have guessed that Tennessee had a football team though. Like I wouldn't have pinned them to be the fellas who would do that, but here they are. And here I'll say, right now, this is tough because whilst this suffers very greatly from Chicago Bears syndrome, this suffers from something very similar to these both fall under the Chicago Bears syndrome here, but for completely different reasons. One of them is based off the fact it's just a letter, it's just a G, you know, it's just a basic boring G. This is a T too, and there's a reason for this that I'm going to drum roll here, and I am going to give this to Green Bay, actually enough, because I think that whilst they are both letters, this one suffers in the way that Chicago Bears makes me think of baseball. This one makes me think of basketball. I know, weird take, but like, look at that. It's a circular ball, like on fire. That's like the LA Lakers or something. I don't know which team that is. Miami Heat, maybe, probably. I don't know. I don't really follow basketball that much at all. This is the only sport where I somewhat actually pay attention to. So we're going from here. Next up, we have San Francisco 49ers versus the New York Jets. The New York Jets is doing exactly what I was talking about with the flags before. That's not even a joke. Like, they're literally, their freaking logo is the New York Jets. Like, are you kidding? How unoriginal? You could have done anything. Jets, like a plane. You could have had a plane or something, but you just put your freaking logo, your name in the football. Like, that's terrible. And I so badly didn't want to give this to San Francisco because that's all so bad. That looks like a freaking like a fast food restaurant. Like, it doesn't look like a football team. You know, they could have tried. They could have tried. I don't want to give it to any of them, but because I have just a found hatred for them, I'm going to have to give it to San Francisco. And I didn't want to. I wanted to give it to the Jets because I remember there was a time in my middle school life where there were a bunch of kids on one side of this hallway leading into the cafeteria, and they were shouting, "Giants, Giants, Giants, Giants!" And the other side had a couple less children next to it, but our guidance counselor, for some reason, on the other side going, "Jets, Jets, Jets, Jets!" And I didn't really know. I knew what they were talking about as football teams. I didn't really have a favorite. So I just went with the Jets because I liked the guidance counselor at the time. They were cool. They were nice until they were a bitch. But all guidance counselors can be like that. But still, I have a soft spot for the Jets solely because of that. I kind of, staked my claim. I staked my claim in it early, and I have not really thought about it much since. But they're like one of the teams I root for. If I see the Jets actually doing good, I'm like, God damn, good for you. Because normally they do I mean, keep in mind, this is at a time where Jets were winning 2 games. They're still only winning 2 games. But the Giants back then were winning. They were in the Super Bowl a couple times. Nowadays, I think they were worse than the Jets this year, which is actually insane. Yeah, laugh at them. It's hilarious. But yeah, I have the soft spot for the Jets. Next up, we have actually trying teams. We love to see it. We have the Eagles. Yep, get it in. And the San Diego Chargers? I don't know. I don't know where they're from. I thought they were LA. But I thought that was the Rams now. I think it used to be the LA Chargers. I don't know. Either way, they're a California team, I'm pretty sure. And the Eagles are in the Super Bowl, as many of you are probably very aware. And the other Super Bowl contender was already beat out. And I do have a soft spot for green. I love green as a color. I think green's great. I think the Eagles have a good logo. I see them all the time when I go to the Philly Pretzel Factory. Love those guys. Love that. Good food. Good food. Love those pretzels. But then you look at the Chargers, and it's like, this is a nice, cool lightning bolt. It works really well on the helmet. And that's honestly something that not a whole lot of them really take into consideration. They don't really incorporate the helmet with the thing. One of them that does a really great job of that is the Bengals. Their whole helmet's orange and black. It's really, really nice. The Chargers, well, they only have the blue, but the thing kind of it's like a little crown almost, which honestly, we got a drum roll, please. Sorry to any Philly fans, but I'm gonna have to give it to the Chargers just for that. I think that's really innovative and good idea. I think that was pretty swell. I think that's great. And also, they're one of the teams where it's kind of if you had to name all 32, you'd probably forget them. So give them a little bit of love today. Give them a little bit of love. Now we have actually 2 really freaking bang-on ones. We have the Buccaneers, where I don't know where they come from at all. San Diego, no. Not Chicago. Louisville? The Louisville Buccaneers? I have no idea. And the Baltimore Ravens. And this is tough because I love that purple. The Ravens purple is such a dang good purple. And the Buccaneers is another team that Tom Brady went on only to immediately win a Super Bowl with them. So everyone kind of thought that he was awesome, but then he didn't win the next one with whoever else, and then they kind of sucked butt, and they felt bad. I don't know. This is tough because I love the Bird. I love Bird. Bird make me feel good. Love a little bit of Bird in my life. But the Buccaneer, look at that. It's like a sword with the flag. It's really dang cool. Even as a kid, I probably would have chose the Ravens just because it's purple. But going off logo alone, y'all drum roll this because I think I already have a decision. I think it's a tough one, but I'm gonna have to go with the Louisville Buccaneers. That's a really freaking cool logo, man. I gotta say, it's honestly kick ass. I think it's fantastic. I think there's no improvements to be made on it, which is insane. And also the Ravens have the B on it, which it's not two animals, it's a letter, and that gets points off automatically. I don't like it. Let's move up where we have some more teams. I don't think this is a shuffle seating. It's very random, apparently. Well, it's fine. I'm okay with that. Because now we have the Steelers at the Cardinals. Now, the Pittsburgh Steelers, they were one of the teams that I was like, yeah, I can root for these guys. Come on. Can I have one good take for a few people? Like, for goodness sake. I always liked the Steelers, and I had family who liked the Steelers. They were a good team once back in the old times. They might still be okay. I feel like I've heard good things. Like Green Bay, they're kind of just like above average, I think, still. I'm actually going to look up their current rankings. Steelers this year. Let's see how they went. I wish you could find it easier. 10-7. That's not great. It's really not great. But, like, it's better than the other ones in the AFC North. So, honestly, hey, more power to them. 10-7 is honestly not that bad. With the Cardinals, it's a really damn good bird. Like, that's a bird's face. That's proper. However, I feel like they kind of just took the damn bird's face and said that's it. That's all we're doing. Like, they didn't really try. Like, even people who just stole a bird, like the Ravens, they put, like, their city in there somehow. And, like, the Eagles are, like, a big eagle face, and like, they kind of, like, spread it out. They made it work. This is a picture of a cardinal, man. Like, someone, like, any, like, artist could whip that up in a second. Always everyone could whip it up any of these in a second. But, like, that just means you could have at least tried a little harder. So, honestly, I'm going to have to drumroll this. Even though, I love birds. I love the bird ones. I have to give it to the freaking Steelers. And it's insane. Because I thought a lot more birds were going to move on. But here we are. That's just lazy. That's just incredibly lazy. Like, this, it's only a couple stars. It looks more like a car brand than anything else. But, like, it's good. It's good. It really, like, you see those colors together, you know what's happening. Next up, we have the Oakland Raiders, which might be the Las Vegas Raiders right now. I don't really know where they are. I think Las Vegas has a team, and I'm pretty sure it's the Raiders. Versus the Washington Redskins. Currently, the Washington Commanders, with the actual worst logo of all time. Just a W. They didn't want to bold. They went from trying to get rid of the stereotype and like the whole like the racist, which isn't. I don't think it's racist. I don't know. I mean, controversial. I don't know. But I mean, I remember people like of Native American descent weren't like they weren't upset, but they weren't like happy that they were changing it either. They were just like, oh yeah, sure, I guess, whatever. That's what I heard. I could be wrong, but they went to Commanders. So just to put into perspective, they took the Native Americans and they pushed them away to make room for the Commanders, who probably pushed them away in 1812 or the Trail of Tears. So I'm just saying they didn't make a good choice with the name there. The symbol's fine, but you can't just go out and like reverse what you're doing by naming yourselves like stupidly, you know? But the logo's good, man. Like, honestly, we had one family friend who is Raiders heavy, and I always thought it was hockey. It just looks like a hockey team, man. I don't know. It's fine. It looks good, but like I'm imbued with this in my brain as not liking it. Like that's the thing. In my head, I see the Raiders and I think ew. Like that's what I've grown up thinking. So I'm gonna have to hit this with a drum roll, and despite them being torn from the sands of time, I'm gonna have to give it to the Redskins. Good for them. This does not speak for their current one. Their current one's at the bottom. It's terrible. I don't know how they got away with that. Next up, we have the Bills and the Panthers. Ooh, the Panthers. I love the Panthers. That's such a good color. Such a great color. Such a great picture. I would be eaten by that panther. It's great. However, they have an issue where they're very similar in look, anyway, to uh, they're the Jaguars. I know that. Where do they come from? Cotton Eye Joe. Somewhere where they don't play good football. That's all I know. I don't think I've seen them get anything. Ever. Like, I think they had a good year once. The Jacksonville Jaguars. There they are. What's their, what was their, probably wasn't good. Trying to find it now. 4-13. Third in AFC South. They beat somebody? Good for them. Good for them. That's pretty respectable, honestly. But we're not talking about them right now. We're talking about the Panthers versus the Bills. And the Bills is a dang good logo. That's a pretty dang... Like, you got the Bill with, like... But it's just tough, because one reminds me of another football team. This reminds me of Red Bull. Which, I know it's based off the name, but also the logo, man. That's basically the Red Bull logo, isn't it? So it's so good they used it on a soft drink, well, energy drink, that I hate. But I guess, I don't know. It's just a tough one. This is a real doozy. This is a doozy of an ask here. You know what? I'm going to give it, let's go to drumroll. I'm going to give it to the Carolina Panthers, because that face reminds me a lot of, like, those old, like, Looney Tunes and, like, Spy vs. Spy cartoons. Like, he looks silly, and I like silly. It looks like he's, like, screaming, like, Mom! So, you know, it's just like, yeah, we'll throw him in there. Next up, we have the Jacksonville Jaguars going up against the Minnesota Vikings, and this is a shame. Because I like both of these teams just based off of logo and color alone. They're both incredible. I love them. I love the Jaguars. And I love the freaking Vikings, man. They're great. I wish the Vikings would win a damn Super Bowl. That's what I want. I think if I was to root for a team, I would start rooting for the Vikings and the Bills. Because they have had so many damn chances to come so close. Especially the Bills. And they've shattered them all. Like, they've really screwed the pooch. I just want them to have the damn chance. And maybe they'll move there today. Have the Jaguars won one? I don't know if they have. What teams have never won a Super Bowl? The Jacksonville Jaguars. It's actually only 4 now. Wait. Oh, that's appearances. 12 teams haven't won it? There's 32. Only 20. After like 50 Super Bowls, you would think each one got at least one in there. But no. Apparently. A good chunk of them haven't done anything. But some of them haven't even seen it. The Browns, the Lions, the Texans, and the Jaguars have not... The Houston Texans haven't been there yet? I thought they did last year. Oops, there. That's crazy. And the Lions got really close this year, so that's a little disappointing. The Cleveland Browns haven't made it in. The Jets got in there once? I think they won one of the first few Super Bowls, if I remember correctly, from just their history and stuff. Please don't autoplay that. Thank you. Yeah, the Browns, the Lions, the Houston, the Jaguars have not made it. The Cardinals and the Chargers and the Titans made it once, but they didn't get it. They didn't win it. The Falcons, the Panthers, have done twice. The Bengals did it 3 times, and yeah, the Buffalo Bills and the Vikings got in there 4 times and flubbed it all. So good for them. And I don't know who I want to root for here. One who's never made it, or one who could go for 5s here. You know what? Let's drum roll it. I think I have a decision. I really want to go for the Vikings. I do, but I really love the look of this. And I know, I'm shocked too, but we're gonna give the Jaguars some hope. Because they need it. And I like them, so eat it. Cowboys versus the Lions. This is a good one. I never knew that the Lions were lions. They look like a dragon or like a bear or something. They don't look like a lion. They don't. They just don't. So off that alone, that's already a bad way to start. A star doesn't really scream text like Cowboys too much, but it's like a, Lone Star State, like I get it. And I will say I did like the Cowboys as a kid, and honestly, I kind of still do. I don't think they're doing great. I don't think they've done great in a while, but we're going for the Cowboys. Sorry, Lions. I know you're trying, but they're just cool. I like the stuff. It's simple, and I like it. It's really nice. It feels good. It screams yay to me. Well, yay. I said yay. It screams yay. I like that. Next we have the Seahawks versus the Houston Texans. Houston Texans, I mean, I honestly like their logo a lot. Actually, compared to the Seahawks, again, look like a hockey team to me, but that's fine. I think things just don't look like football teams. If you asked me to make a football logo, I probably couldn't. I probably just couldn't. This is tough. It's a tough one. This one's cool. And honestly, yeah, drum roll. I mean, I want to say the Texans, I really do. But the Seahawks is just a better logo. It is. Like, the Texans, it's nice. But, like, what is it? I know it's a bull with, like, the Texas stuff on it. But, like, it could be better. I just can't say it. I don't know how. But it could be better. The New Orleans Saints versus the Dolphins. It's Dolphins. It's a chess logo versus a cool ass dolphin going through a freaking ring of fire, Johnny Cash style. How do you not like that? It's such a good logo. Next we have the It's the Broncos. I mean, I don't even like the Broncos logo all that much. It's fine. It looks like another car. I think it's literally a Mustang logo. But that's just a helmet. Like, why? What is the... I just don't understand. I don't understand how they've had 50 years and they can't think of a different logo? Like, what are they doing? I think it's been 50 anyway. Like, I have no idea. Gotta be honest. This is Super Bowl LI6. That's a 54? A 59. So almost 60. That's pretty great. But only 60 years of this. It's just surprising. But yeah. Okay. So we've made it through round one. It only took us like 30 minutes. You know, let's rock and roll. But this one should be a lot easier because we've already stated our opinions about these. So it should only go faster. So the Bengals versus the Falcons. This is a doozy. But I have an answer. And it's based off of similar things I mentioned before. It's the Bengals. I think the Bengals, that's a good logo. It's a great logo, and it works well with the helmet. And honestly, I love this. I love the orange and black. That's a good freaking color combination. Which is weird, because I don't like it on big things. Halloween, I don't think orange and black really is all that. I think those are the worst colors. I think, like, the green and the purple is fine. But this, it's like, oh yeah, it's nice. Like, I imagine an animal that's like those colors. That's awesome. I imagine my room those colors, and I'm like, please end me now. But I like it. I like the Bengals. It's a good dang logo. Rams and the Colts. I mean, the Rams is much more detailed. It's much nicer. I know it's changed. This was another one that's changed recently. It's something that actually looks pretty dang good, but like more like saturated, if that makes sense. I don't think it does, but either way, thanks for the delayed laugh. Either way, let's hit the drum roll. I do have an answer to this one. Despite saying all those things, we go to the Colts. Just because I think it's good. It's basic. Sometimes basic is good. For a logo, you know, it's like you don't want to like overwhelm the people with something. Like the Bengals, very basic. Just a B with some stuff. Which, the word, it doesn't, I don't really like the letter. It's just a letter. But maybe that will influence the next time it goes up to something. Packers versus... So many dang letters on this side of the board. No, only one of them has their name in there, which is might play very poorly to their favor, but everything else is at least a logo. These are just words, these are numbers, letters. These are just things. It's a lexicon. Just get it out of here. If I had to choose one, that's a good shade of red, but I really just like the green of the Packers a little more. It's a good color. I like the scheme. I like the white, green, and yellow scheme. I think that works really well. Whereas I guess the red, like brown, not white, red, black, and gold. Jesus Christ. I need to go to bed. Then we have the Chargers versus the Buccaneers. Again, basic though. Chargers do look good. Versus the Buccaneers, though, man, I don't know. It's a tough call. I might have to think about this for a second here. Oh no. Oh, okay, we have to think now. It's got the Buccaneers. Oh, I just ate them. What the hell? There we go. Yeah, Buccaneers. I do think is a better logo. I would feel dirty putting this up there instead of this. Gotta be real. Like thinking about, like looking at it, there's just no way that doesn't move on. Moving up to here, we have the Steelers versus the Redskins. And again, the Steelers logo, I do like it. But again, it is very car-y. And I noticed that it actually has the word Steelers in there. Oops. Okay, well, drum roll, please. Because even though I like the Steelers logo, it ain't getting that far. And it ain't getting anywhere, actually, because it's stopping right here. I think the Redskins is just a better logo. I think this is cooler. I think it's just a better logo. Like, if you put brass to tacks, it's a better logo. Panthers v Jaguars, there's a clear answer here, and I'm sure you all know it, so I'm drum rolling it right off rip, and that is the freaking Jaguars, baby. What? That got rid of it. I don't understand. The Jaguars definitely deserve it. I mean, the Panthers is cool, but it just, I mean... Oh, wait, this isn't even the right one. Wait. Oh, it is. What's going on with me today, man? Like, the Panthers is good. It's nice. It looks more like a cartoon. It looks like something like Foster Zone with the cat. This screams sports to me, and that's good. It's a good thing this time. We have the Cowboys versus the Seahawks. A basic star versus a little, like, bobsled bird. I wonder what it would be. I wonder what it might be. Maybe it's the Seahawks. The Cowboys, they deserve at least one round of nice talk, but that's about all they're gonna get from me there. And next we have one of the careful one of the most obvious decisions in the entire universe here. Yeah, sorry, I'm not gonna talk about the Broncos ever. Apparently, it's gonna be the Dolphins. Again, car brand, horse face looks a little too horse, if that makes sense. And the Dolphins is just such a cooler, nicer logo. It makes me feel good looking at it. Like, if I'm rooting for a team, if it's going against the Dolphins, it's going to be tough to beat that. It's going to be tough for me to side with them. We're up to the top 8 now, and despite the Steelers being there, just forget those guys existed. I'm not going to click this one, because then he's going to pop up in here, and it's going to feel sad. So we'll replace him when it gets there. We have the Bengals versus the Colts. And this is tough, because is their logo just a B? Yes, it is. But they innovated on the B, making it like the tiger. I like that. The other ones just put the letter there with nothing else added to it. They just put it there, left it in its font and whatever, and rolled around and said, good enough. But not the Bengals. They tried. And something that the Colts did not do, at least it looks like to me, is try. Because they just said horseshoe. Like, I get it. It's good. It has a lot of good meaning. It has a lot of good stuff to it. The blue is really nice, too. There's a lot to love about the Colts. I don't know what it is. I love the Bengals more. I love the Bengals logo more. Like, it just feels nice. It just feels correct. I like it. It's good. The Colts, though, is nice, but I can't reasonably put it there. Even though I kind of do want to, because again, it's a letter, so, but I gotta put it up there. I just like it too much. I love the colors. I love everything about the Bengals as like a logo. It's really good. It's just if it wasn't a B. Also, the thing is though, I can't think of anything that it would be otherwise. So like, it's pretty dang good. Like if you made it a tiger, that'd be way too involved. It would look way too much like the Jaguars and the Panthers and all those guys. Other birds have very distinct features. The animals, like the cats, it's not like the colors is really the only thing that's different about them. So you got to be careful with that. So honestly, they're doing pretty good. The Packers, though, let's be real, are the Packers. And I love the Packers. I think it's a fine logo. I don't think it's great. I think they could, I don't know what else they would do. They could probably just change their name to be something that has a logoable thing about it instead of just having to go with a G. I feel like they named themselves to fail, which is unfortunate because it's going up against the Buccaneers, which had so much potential, and they played it up. They played that shit up. Like, they said, we're going to make a flag. Okay, whatever. It's going to have, like, the skull and crossbones on it. Alright, whatever. It's going to be a football in between the skull and the crossbones. The crossbones are going to be swords. Okay, this actually sounds pretty cool. And it's being dangled off a sword. And then everybody came in their pants because that's amazing, and I love that. I think it's a great idea. They did fantastic. I'm going to go up here. No, I can't go up here yet. Your eyes deceive you. It is not the Steelers. It is the Redskins versus the Jaguars here. And this is a tough call for me, honestly, because I like both of them. I think they're both great. But I think for my namesake, one of these has gone on a little too long. So can we get the drum roll, please? Nothing personal, but also please take it as personal. The Jaguars are moving on. This has nothing to do with anything other than, I think they have been eaten by a jaguar. And that's the lore in my brain. And, yeah, they're gone. Because I feel like if they're any longer, everyone's going to hate me. So let's just move on, because it's not like they are anymore, you know? Well, we're basing them off of their old name, their dead name, and that's fucked up. It's fucked up. So, the Seahawks versus the Dolphins. Oh, man. If the Seahawks logo right here had, like, their current blue, like, their really, like, fucking vibrant blue, it might stand a chance. But as it stands... What just happened? I thought the world exploded. Okay, everyone calm down. It's okay. We're all okay. Everything's fine. Top 4 time. What the hell happened? I hope that goes through the recording, because I'm curious as hell. That was terrifying. This is a battle of titans right now, man. I see 4 logos that I could easily crown victor here. Well, let's do the easy side first, huh? The Jaguars and the Dolphins. Very similar color, so that kind of gets null and void. So it's a matter of which logo I like more. Cool-ass Jaguar or cute-ass Dolphin with cool-ass sun thing around it. And I have to be frank. Don't call me Frank, but I have to be him for a second here, because there's a reason there's not been much discussion with the Dolphins, and that's because they're a powerhouse. They're too dang cool, and I love their logo too dang much. So we're finally getting rid of the Steelers, and we are adding the Dolphins in there. They deserve it. They do. They do. I genuinely think that the Miami Dolphins have a fantastic logo. Now is here where it gets difficult, because we have the Bengals and the Buccaneers. I love the Buccaneers' logo. I think they have perfected it. I think it's fantastic. I think it's great. The Bengals, I think, have also perfected it because they went for simple, but not super simple. They made a foul error, but in a way that it really does work really, really well. I think it works really well. And to go with the grain that no one likes because it's like whole grain, but then to like curve it by actually trying to make it work and then having it actually work, that gets a lot of points in my head. So it's honestly just, I don't know. It's tough. I think, but honestly, if you asked me today which one I thought would be cool without looking at them, I would say this one, because it just sticks in my head more. And I'm sorry, but it's the Bengals. It's a great logo, man. I don't know what else to say. Like, I hate that the B has made it into the freaking finals of this, but it has to, because it's just so dang good. It's really good. And like the Buccaneers, it's a little too involved. But it is very, very good. So unfortunately, the Buccaneers have to go. But also, it's one of those teams like the Chargers where I'm just like, oh, they exist? That's nice. I forgot that in the last years of my life. That is wiped out of my brain. But now we have an actual Titan fight here. This is an actually good fight. The Dolphins finally have some competition. I don't think off of this entire board over here that any of these would have even come close to touching the Dolphins, in my opinion. Which is pretty crazy. Compared to this side, other than the Bengals, I actually think this is like the stacked. This had to be final two. So give a round of applause for them because they definitely deserve it. But now it's time to crown a winner. And this is tough. This is actually a really tough situation because we have the Bengals, all the good stuff I talked about. Then let's talk about the Dolphins just a little bit. I love the color. Great color. Works really well with the Dolphin. Works well with everything there. The orange back there is such a good freaking contrasting color. For a while, that was kind of like the cherry Tate green sort of look. Like I thought that was a great green. I never like took actual like inspiration from it, but I must have like secretly deep down in my brain or something, because that's a damn good green. It's still kind of like the main TV color, so it has a lot of love. I have a lot of love for that color, and this logo, it's just so nice. The dolphin just chilling, super happy, like is jumping into the air. He's like freaking, the sun is beaming down on him, and he's looking kick ass and awesome. The Bengals look awesome too, because they got the cool stripes going, and you can really feel Tiger, and their helmet kicks ass. It's really tough. It's really, really tough. I don't know who to choose. I do. I secretly do. And we can drum roll it, because whilst not having a lot of competition, they still kind of don't even. In the finals for me, I have to give it to the Dolphins. I have to give it to the Dolphins, everybody. But hey, here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, I truly believe that the Dolphins have the best logo of the NFL. And they deserve the victory of this wonderful Retro Bowl special of the Iconic Showdown. Let's get back into the main studio, shall we? Yes, everybody, we're back. All right, yeah, it was fun. It was a lot of fun doing that. So the Dolphins, congratulations. Unfortunately, you are not going to be against the Silly Fools. Silly Fools, they don't actually have a logo. I actually just noticed that they don't have a logo. So, hey, if anyone watches the Retro Bowl, like Silly Fools, wants to make a logo, I'll take a look at it. I think it sounds pretty fun. What do you guys think? Yeah, good stuff. Actually, good stuff for one. It's great. But yeah, but they would probably beat the Dolphins. It has to beat the Dolphins, which is a lot to ask for, but I think it could happen. I think we could totally make it work. But with that, everybody, I think that means we're done for today. So this was I know, sorry, it was only one segment, but it's the only one that it was the only one I planned anyways. Honestly, it all kind of works out there. So thank you all for tuning into this episode of the Tate Night Talk Show. This has been a lot of fun, a really good time. And honestly, next week's going to be just as good, if not better. But hey, let's forget about that. Sunday. Tune in Sunday for the Retro Bowl. Goodbye.